You're watching TelecomTV from Mobile World Congress 2018 in Barcelona. And I'm joined now by Roberto di Pietro, who is Vice President of Business Development at Qualcomm. Roberto, thanks for joining us on TelecomTV. We're in a very exciting phase of 5G development at the moment. So can you give me an update on Qualcomm's 5G product roadmap?
So first of all, we are actively working with more than 18 OEMs and 20 different operators around the world, worldwide. So we are, our activity in terms of development of the 5G roadmap is really active now. Now, we are, in this respect, during this development, we are expecting to have the first devices coming to the market first half 19. So that's why we are intensively already working with all these partners. And again, not only the OEM, but also the collaboration with all the operators is a fundamental element to fine-tune the entire end-to-end system, from the network to the chipset to the device, all together. And we are also expecting, in a way, to have the classical smartphones coming in that period, but also the MiFi and some data device coming into the first part of 19.
So you've given us an indication of when we can see commercial products in the market, but obviously you're going to have to start working with your OEM partners before then.
Of course. I mean, as I told you, we are already in pipeline. So we are already working with our OEM partners. So it's something that is happening now, and of course, with commercial device coming in the first half, right, of 19. And so it's an active work that we are now developing with all these guys, our direct customers. As you can imagine, there is also an element of phasing, right? So one of the first phases is to guarantee the interoperability with all the main infrastructure. And as we declare here, we are working with all the main infrastructure now actively already. Then we will move into the operator trials to fine-tune in the field the end-to-end system, and then you will see the commercial devices. So currently we are working with the infrastructure vendors. We will soon move into the operator trial. You will see some announcement by our operator partners, and then we will see also commercial devices.
So what specific components of 5G is Qualcomm working on?
So we are obviously working on the chipset itself, so on the modem that will introduce all the element of 5G. And also, as you can imagine, this 5G, in particular with the introduction of the millimeter wave, in a way is introducing another element of complexity there. And what we are doing is, with our RF components, this is one of the elements of complexity introduced by the millimeter wave, by 5G in general. We are trying to help our partner to have a more end-to-end solution, right? So we are not developing only the chipset itself, but also all the RF parts, right? And so in this way, we will help our customer in terms of time to market and engineering efforts.
Spectrum is always a tricky issue for cellular. Different countries allocate different frequency bands for their licensed services. Now, if we can't achieve global harmonization on 5G bands, what then? Will we have to support different frequencies through different products and different chipsets? That sounds like an incredible amount of extra work placed on vendors.
So if we're talking about spectrum and the different frequency, already LTE introduced a massive amount of spectrum availability. If you look at the worldwide scheme, right? Now, 5G is, in a way, is not adding additional complexity per se in terms of numbers of frequency, but of course is adding something, right? On millimeter wave, sub-6, everything. Now, in the complexity scenario, I think Qualcomm is, will add value because we are used to have this complexity. And again, as I mentioned, one of the elements of complexity is not just on the chipset itself, but on the RF component side. And because of that, we are working and we have a solution for 5G. And so we are helping to fix, but in any case, Qualcomm is happy to work in a complex environment because our capability in R&D and engineering development is one of the key assets. And so for us, in a way, is a good story, and we are helping our customer to fix with all the list of components that we put on the devices.
So are we likely to achieve a scenario where we'll have one chipset that will support all global allocated 5G frequencies?
Let me comment about a little bit of the history, right? This is what happened on LTE, where again we have a massive number of different spectrum availability. So our goal is to develop a most comprehensive set of frequency. Of course, it's a phase approach, right? So most likely we will have maybe couple, 2-3 different SKU to have a global coverage. Then, you know, more and more we will converge with a single SKU. This is what happened on LTE, right? But our goal, again, is to provide a full spectrum of different frequency for our customer.
Qualcomm, of course, is a highly innovative company. What new product solutions and innovations might we see in the coming 12 months?
Because up to now we talk about, you know, the basic element of 5G complexity and technology, right, on chipset, on the RF. But 5G platform itself will be an incredible enabler of new use cases and also new opportunity in different industries. I mean, as you know, Qualcomm is investing significant amount of R&D also in other industry like IoT, automotive, connected home. And I would say the 5G framework, the overlay of 5G, will unlock a lot of different opportunity. I mean, what we are now thinking about a dream with all the connected objects, it's something that where the 5G has been designed for, right? So we will have an easy way to connect things in an efficient way from a very complex connected object like cars or like computer to a very simple meters, but with the same framework of technologies 5G, from just a basic connectivity to a secure connectivity for, you know, very critical services, right? I mean, one example that I like is, you know, in terms of robustness of 5G and how the 5G has been designed, is that there is a dream that, you know, the pacemaker could be on the cloud. So you just have a band-aid here and all the intelligence of the pacemaker is on the cloud, just to tell you how robust and complex will be the entire architecture.
Roberto, thank you very much for joining us on TelecomTV.
Thanks to you.